What's up everybody, Jay here and welcome back to the Planet Tank, and today I'm just going to give you guys a quick update on my 29 gallon, and this is going to be part 2 of how to balance your tank if you're having algae issues in the beginning stages. So pretty much all I'm going to be talking about is Water Sprite and how crazy it is. So anyways, let's go check it out. Okay, so as you can see, there's absolutely zero algae whatsoever in this tank. And by the way, I did switch this tank to, or the lighting on this tank to a Current USA freshwater satellite LED plus. It's doing a fantastic job at growing these plants. This is going to be a low light Planet Tank. So when I do the rescape on this, I'm going to have a bunch of low light stuff like jungle val, Anubias, crypts. There's going to be a lot of crypts in this tank. But I wanted to talk about Water Sprite because it's freaking awesome, and I'm telling you right now, every time I've put this stuff in a tank, it completely balances it out. It grows ridiculously fast and absorbs all the nutrients in the tank before the algae has a chance to. So it starved out the algae in this tank, and there was some algae growing on the Water Sprite here in the middle section, but I lowered the lighting time down a little bit, so it's on 8 hours a day now instead of 12, which I don't recommend putting your tank on 12 hours of light a day, especially if it's a brand new setup. So, but the Water Sprite will do an incredible job. I have it in my betta planted tank up on my dresser, and I haven't spotted any algae in that tank yet so far, but that tank is low light as well. Low light Planet tanks are definitely the way to go if you're a beginner, for the simple fact that it's really difficult for algae to take foothold in your tank because, for one, you have low light, and then for two, hopefully you have a whole bunch of low light fast growing plants. So I need to do a video on that too, by the way, about low light fast growing plants for beginners. Water Sprite is definitely number one though. So if you are new to Water Sprite and you have an algae issue, just go to your local fish store if they have some and pick some of this stuff up. I promise it will get rid of your algae, and it'll help balance your tank. Bigger tanks do take a lot longer to mature and cycle, but in the long run it is definitely worth it. But Water Sprite can be floated or planted. I like to have mine planted, but as you can see, I do have some that's floating up there. I'm just gonna see what it does. I've never actually floated it before. I heard the leaves get super big and broad, unlike the super fine textured leaves that you see down here. The tank is looking pretty good though. I love this big open area in here. As you can see, I do have my betta in here now. I think I'm gonna go with Rudolph on this one. I forget who mentioned that in the comments section. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen now, but that was a while ago, so I doubt it. But this is Rudolph. I do have a bunch of bladder snails in here and 3 cory cats. I definitely need to go get more cory cats. I wanna have at least 9 of them in here. I think it looks really awesome when they school really nice down here in the bottom. The filter I have on this tank is a AquaClear. It's a Fluval AquaClear 30 with 2 big bags of biomedia in it. I feel like for this tank, it's like the perfect amount of flow. As you can see, it's still moving everything around quite a bit, and it keeps the water ridiculously clear. I haven't done a water change on this tank in about a week, and even before that, the water was super clear. It just kind of looked a little yucky because there was stuff growing all over the glass, but the tank is doing really well. The pennywort is another good low light plant. Now, if you're gonna use that in a low light planted tank, I prefer that you put it somewhere in the top section of your tank. That way it gets enough light. It's not a true low light plant. It's not gonna prosper in any low light conditions like Anubias or crypts or anything like that. But if you put it in the top third of your tank, it's definitely gonna thrive, and it's gonna wanna take over your entire tank. That's one of those plants, along with Water Sprite, that wants to grow above water, so it's gonna try that every chance it gets. But that's pretty much all I got for this video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know everybody's been asking for longer videos. I know some of you like them to be short and quick and straight to the point. But anyways, like I said, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 1,000. That's going to be crazy. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And as always, keep it planted.